Welcome back, friends, to Puzzle Party here on GDQ Hotfix. Puzzle Party is a one-off hotfix special featuring your favorite puzzle game speedruns. Before we jump into the next game, I wanted to let you all know that Awesome Games Done Quick 2024 will be live in person January 14th through the 21st in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Use !AGDQ in Twitch chat for more info. Go to gamesdonequick.com to check out the games list. Now, with that said, we are jumping into the next run, and let me tell you, I'm excited for this one. This is a little hidden gem that not a lot of people know about, but is quite a game. We have got the Entropy Centre with Airhead for the next run. So, Mr. Airhead, whenever you're ready, take it away.
All right. Well, yeah, we've got Entropy Centre. I think it's a pretty good game. I think you should play it, even if you don't want to speedrun it. It's a pretty good puzzle game. It's a little easy, but you know, we should play it anyways. But we'll just hop right into this little entrance dreaming section. It's just a straight line. And yeah, we're just going to be dreaming and walking towards the earth. And we'll wake up soon, hopefully, because we don't want to be stuck here walking forever. It's not very fun. But yeah, so the game, it's pretty Portal-like. So you'll be right at home from the last runs. It's got a lot of, Portal-esque like feel to it. You're gonna wake up in a little rundown facility. No one's gonna be around except some robots. But it's not a Portal game. It's a puzzle game that's like Portal. So we've got to keep that in mind. But it's just a little walking section for like a full minute. But hopefully nothing bad happens to Earth here. Oh no.
Oh no.
That's fine. We can save the Earth, which is the whole goal. Yeah, so here we go. We're just gonna get into the real game now.
Yep, this is Act 1. We start with the waking up sequence. Never seen a game do that before.
Yeah, we'll never get out of bed in a rundown facility. Pretty original ideas here.
Find your timetable for today's puzzle exercises on your personal computer.
Okay.
And,
I think we'll safely avoid copyright infringement as long as we don't have a floating British robot following us around. I think we'll be okay.
Not quite, but yeah. He tells us to do our, timetables. We're not going to do those. We're just going to open the door and leave because we don't really care about math here. But yeah, we're just gonna, it's a bit run down. We don't really know how long we've been here. I don't know if the game tells us. But to be honest, I don't know too much about the story in depth anymore. It's been quite a long time since I've played casually. But
The story is drip-fed to you through those monitors that we saw at the beginning, so you don't really pay attention to it when you run the game.
yeah, you don't exactly stop to read. But we got this guy. He's our little friend. He's pretty good.
It's adorable.
Yeah, he's
He has
easy.
a post-it note, which makes him cute.
Yeah, and he's blue. He's a really good shade of blue, too.
Everyone go.
But, he's going to open the door for us now so we can leave him be, but he'll come back. Don't worry. We will not be missing him for super long, hopefully. But also, very innovative first puzzle room. Cube onto a button to open a door. I haven't seen that one before.
Hello? Is anyone there?
But the real innovative, I guess, ideas is coming up right now with the gun. That's not really a Portal gun, but it is a gun. We just have to wait for it to do its thing, and we can go grab it. It rewinds things, you can tell by that little demonstration there. I'll let the cutscenes, give a little bit of backstory what's going on.
What is this?
Hello! Very nice to meet you.
Why did you jump out at me like that?
Apologies. I did not mean to startle you. I have just been inactive for a very long time. My name is Astra. I am a puzzle exercise assistant, or P for short.
Wait, a what?
You are now in possession of a handheld entropy device, capable of rewinding objects into the past. Give it a try.
Nice to meet you, Astra.
Well, there we go. That's our companion for the majority of the game. we'll be missing her a little bit later, but you know, that's for later. But that's the whole mechanic of the game, is rewinding things that are broken or just back in time, like this bridge or staircase into a bridge.
So can I
And there's a quick little optimization there right after we got the gun. He started firing at the glass ceiling through a glass wall. Because you can do that for some reason. Most glass walls don't work that way in this game, but that one does.
And you can keep rewinding things through walls, it doesn't matter, but you just have to be looking at it, you know, beforehand. But yeah,
By the way,
so now we've
did we introduce the couch?
No one's been here in years.
Oh,
we
hi,
did.
I'm AngryChipmunks. I also run this game. I have world record until Airhead puts some more grind into it, but yeah.
I'll play the game again. You know, I've been busy. Definitely not been playing RuneScape or anything too much to be speedrunning this, but
Why can't
I'll get back
Nice.
to it. I'll get back to it.
I don't even know.
Awesome optimization here. We're going to stand on the railing, so we don't have to wait for the door to open. Very, very cool tricks going on. It's be very basic for the first two acts, because we don't have the very broken physics objects yet until Act 3. But, you know, I'll still be going as quick as possible.
Unless the intention is to get crushed.
Thanks, Astra. That wasn't the intention.
You're welcome.
Good morning, staff members. We wish
But
you a
yeah,
productive
so
day. Our puzzle exercises
just a bunch of the same exact thing of buttons, and you put the cube on the end button, and you put it back to the other buttons. And it's literally just that for the first entire act. It's very simple. I was kind of disappointed when I played the game casually, but once you figure out, you know, the basic concept of working backwards,
Well, there's always
you
room
know,
for improvement.
it's pretty much a solved game.
So,
And when he says working backwards, that's the whole mechanic. You need
all these rooms.
the object to end in the spot it began, essentially, which doesn't make sense when I say it out loud, but if you played it, you'd figure it out pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's got some pretty cool ideas, but you know, it doesn't really build on them well. But it was made by one guy, so he did pretty good for one person for sure. And it's got some good voice acting. I really like Astra's lines. Every once in a while, I'll say them to myself while I run it over and over again because I've been just going crazy. But here's the first actual skip in the entire game. It's very, very cool. Whoa. We're supposed to ride that? It's really slow, so we're just gonna run ourselves.
Nice.
Because, you know, almost everything in this game is collision for some reason. So we're just gonna abuse it a lot. It's like probably a little bit more than the dev would have wanted us to. A cheeky little checkpoint right there. And we can just main menu out. Continue like that.
pipeline breach detected. Please vacate silo.
Doesn't save too much time, but you know, any time save is time save, or is good for a speedrun. I did mess that up. Thank God. Because I don't
Nice.
really like dying. Yeah, it just skips a little electrical section. So we don't have to worry about hurting ourselves.
Yeah, a key theme with this run is that there is collision in places you would not expect there to be. So
Absolutely.
we can get completely outside the intended area and we can just walk around.
There's even
as
some
normal.
invisible collision too that we will use.
I have added speed.
A lot of actually invisible collision.
All right, let's keep going.
I don't know if you guys caught the dialogue that was talking over it, but Astra, make sure that our file says we don't like speed and we don't want to go fast at all, which is not exactly what we're doing, but that's fine. Also, you caught there, very briefly, the level started fading out. It's after you enter an elevator, like 6.5 seconds after, it starts fading out, and you can just main menu, because that's when it gives you the check for the next level. So we'll just be doing that a lot, because it saves, you know, like a few seconds, and those add up throughout like 15 different acts. A little bit of physics nonsense going on there.
Yeah, he paused the fire right before it finished going away. and he could unpause it at that position on the way back and boost himself with it. That was lag abuse. So some Unreal Engine games have this quirk where you can hold down print screen and it continuously fires, and it causes the whole game to lag out. So what happens is that it will just stutter forward, and you can see the cube sort of went to where it should have been, but it completely passed through a fizzler. You just saw it there again. Those fizzlers should destroy the objects, but because it's passing through in a single frame as far as the game is concerned, it does not.
Yeah, we still hit the fizzler if we go through it, but the physics objects are not like us. They behave very weird. I'm not making this, am I? No, I'm not. That's fine. We'll just make it come back. Not too big of a deal. Yeah, still, you know, a little bit cooler now that we can mix in legging things through the walls. Also, kicking is going to be pretty cool. Another little physics stuff. You can't throw cubes very well in this game. It doesn't actually let you even like lift it above your head at all. It doesn't want you to break the game. But we can just kick it wherever we want to. By freezing it in place and then just running into it as hard as we can and flick our little camera up and it'll just go straight across the world. And that breaks a couple levels.
I'm good, thanks.
Several. That's like we use that for jump cubes, although that's a bit spoilery.
Yeah, they weren't supposed to know about those cubes yet. What the heck? You know.
Yeah, he's just gonna lag abuse those cubes straight through the fizzlers. Normally you have to jump down that ledge with the cube and rewind it back up. We just skip that.
Sound good. Sounds like it's getting worse.
Another little elevator fade. Goes dark a little bit, and we're out of there. Alright, this is where it starts getting fun. You know, Chipmunk decided to do a little spoiler and say that jump cubes are coming, and here they are. They'll be here soon in this level. And they are broken. They are very, very broken. But we love that.
So just a warning, there's going to be a lot of explanation. It's not going to make a whole lot of sense, but I'll do my best to give the basic idea. There's going to be like 4 glitches that happen all at once.
Yeah, jump cubes are awesome. They're the favorite child. You know, most people don't admit what child's their favorite, but I will. It's a jump cube. I just love him. If there's a jump cube in the level, I'm happy.
Okay, so that was called a soup jump. You haven't seen a normal bounce, but I can assure you, normally those cubes bounce you give you much less height. So what is happening is he's he's freezing the cube in place, and then he's actually jumping, and as he jumps, he unfreezes it and moves his mouse. He's kicking it downwards, and the game sees that there is a massive difference between your velocity and its velocity for a second, and so it gives you a max height bounce, which normally you need to fall quite a distance to achieve.
Jumping onto a jump cube from a higher area will
right here, he's going for a soup glide, which is the same principle, but we have it a bit above the ground, and that means that it bounces into the ground and comes back up with you. And then, so to explain the reason why he gains so much speed, this game has funneling. It funnels you into jump cubes to sort of help guide you a little bit, but due to a pretty big oversight, if you start funneling to a jump cube and then you grab it in midair, you will continue to funnel it forever or until you hit the ground, whichever comes first. So, yeah, sorry if that's a little confusing, but there's a lot going on right here. You'll get to see another soup glide that has actually a bit more room, and you'll get to see the massive amount of speed that's happening.
Alright, this will totally not go wrong. It went wrong.
Oh, no.
Okay, that's fine. We'll just do the room again. It's not a big deal. That skips a very long cutscene, so even if I get it second, third try, it will just still save a ton of time. It's like a giant... This isn't good. Why are they... That's fine. They're fine.
Should just drop a quick save there, Kappa.
Oh yeah, there's no quick saves in this game, just so you know. I would if I could. Did I load that? I did. Okay.
And we do have rewinds, but we don't have the viewfinder rewind. So we're missing out.
I'm missing out on a few key things from the other games you guys were watching. But we have jump cubes though. Do they have jump cubes? No. Okay, there we go.
Nice.
And now there's actually a trigger under here that we're gonna go grab. Little leftover trigger. It's pretty controversial. You see I'm fading out now. Kicks me out to the main menu. That's the end of the level technically, right? Continue. I can't continue. I have to just select Act 4. So that's actually a leftover end of the level trigger from the demo that the dev just didn't remove. And it tries to take us to a level that doesn't exist anymore.
What's your favorite?
And we decided it ends the level, it's fine, we can just go next. It's kind of like an all levels run instead. If you guys played casually, you will see what that skips, and you'll say, you know what,
And then what?
I kind of agree with that. Because there's no tech, you're just standing there waiting, it isn't fun. And that's probably one of the cooler tricks in the game.
So,
There's a couple crazy ones that I won't be doing today, but you know, like in this act, I highly recommend going and watching at least the IL run or the current record. They both have the actual cool routes for this level. But I'm 10% consistent at it at a good day. So we won't be doing it. We don't want to watch this cutscene again.
Try rewinding the lift.
Oh yeah, there is no checkpoint between here and the trick that we do. So if you fail it, you have to rewatch this cutscene and make your way to the trick, which is we haven't reached it yet.
Yeah.
So it loses like 2 minutes if you fail. Your run's just dead.
Yeah. But it saves a minute to do it, so it's pretty awesome. You know, because it uses this little guy, our favorite friend. But we're just gonna leave him. We're not gonna do any shenanigans with him. We'll do shenanigans with his friends later in the level, but just not now. Yeah, you normally go up there because there's no ceiling in that room. No real ceiling, at least. Also, a very original idea right here. Springboards. They're definitely not aerial faith plates. So just ignore any similarities with any other games you've seen.
Please fill in an injury report at the end of the exercise if you experience any personal
Truly.
injury. Would you like me to request a cold compress from the medical team?
You know, little parkour.
any medical team alive.
We can do some manual climbing without the
Would you
jump
also
cube.
like me to make an appointment with a doctor about your funny shaped
Also, a side note that since I'm walking through a bunch of hallways right now, you can't glide in hallways. If you're too close to walls, you won't glide.
You see that?
So I can't do like little hops and stuff with these guys if I'm next to
We're alone.
the walls. You gotta be in a nice little open area
Have a great view of your chin.
to be able to do anything.
Seriously, someone's here.
Which is kind of annoying, but you know, just gotta deal with it.
This is an Entropy Centre
They're still helpful.
announcement. Please may we remind you to never point your hand
And I guess, Chipmunk, do you want to explain what's going on here then?
Oh, right. So this is a trick called smuggling. So normally you're not meant to be able to bring objects through levels, and there are 2 checks to prevent it. One is just a little trigger in between every level that despawns any cube that you may be holding. We can get through that with lag abuse. You saw that with the Fizzlers. It works fine with these invisible triggers as well. The other is a bit more tricky. Whenever a level despawns, it is supposed to deload every object associated with it. But it turns out if you just use the button, it's like a little pillar thing in the room that respawns every item. Every object there, yeah, that thing. The objects lose their tag that associates it with that level, so it doesn't despawn anymore. And we'll be using that a lot in later levels.
It's the
Saves a lot of time.
Yeah, it's the main thing, really. Because jump cubes are good, but they're not in every room, and we want them to be in every room. So we're going to be bringing them with us to every room forcefully. Also, if you saw there at the end of the level, jump cubes also can just bounce you if you just let go of them in the air. It funnels you to it, and you just bounce off the side. It just doesn't matter if you're on top or not, and then it'll just throw you up where you're trying to go. And then I guess this next trick that's coming up is also very weird to explain. So, Chipmunk can do that as well.
Damage detected
Okay,
in Storm
so
Area 5 caused by
I'll maybe wait a little bit to explain it, but
It's right there. It's you can.
Yeah, okay, I'll keep going. So,
This whole place.
we're going to be using a trick called a zero bug, and what is going to happen is he's going to pause at the same time that he rewinds an object, and it will continuously rewind. Rewind, I mean, not rebind. And if he does that on an object that is at 0 seconds left,
I'm in hell.
it will basically preserve that state of the object being at 0 seconds of rewind, even if you start moving it. So now he's going to rewind that, and the cube teleports because it thinks that he moved it instantaneously. Pretty weird trick, so just to recap, he's going to be tricking the game into thinking that it is an object permanently at 0 seconds on the rewind counter, and so when you rewind it, it instantly teleports to its last or its former
Zero.
destination.
Yeah. It's not used a ton because you do need to have another object to rewind. Otherwise, it's stuck at rewinding forever. But so that's why you didn't see it earlier. But now we can do it a bunch. Well, not a bunch, but you know, again, right here. It's used the most in this act, I believe. It also does some other shenanigans with other cubes, but we'll get into that when we get there.
And so there's going to be another quirk of it right here. He needs it to land on that button, so he's actually going to drop it. A quirk about how zero bugging works is that the object rewinds to every point where you were not holding it. It just skips over every point where you were holding it and teleports between those spots where you dropped it. So he drops it right above the button, and it just teleports there, and he lets it fall onto the button. Easy enough. It's a weird trick, but that's just kind of how it works.
Yeah, it's also very quickly teleported between them. You gotta just do the lightest little click. Otherwise, good luck. You gotta go pick it up again and redo everything.
Yeah, you have to do a very small tap, or else it does just immediately go back to the very beginning of its rewind.
Alright. Well, we got our jump cube. You know what that means? We're gonna be breaking the level very badly.
Why are you telling me this?
Also, one cool fact that's not really like more like a fun fact. Almost everything in this game is perfectly like tall, so you can just get a maximum height jump and then just easily. Did I get it? I did. Thank God. There's a trigger out there that I went to hit. But anyways, you get maximum height jump, and almost every wall is that high. So you can just barely make everything with a little soup jump. It's so nice. But also, for some reason, there's a trigger out there that ends level and actually ends the level for real. It's not Act 3. It's a real one. As you can see, I'm here now in Act 6. But it's not consistent. There's triggers are places randomly. He forgot to remove some, forgot to add some. I don't know, but that one's there.
Yeah, so in most levels, the end of the level is not loaded in unless you load the final puzzle. But in this case, we can just fly straight to the trigger because it's always there, out in the void.
Alright. Also, we get a kick again. And a little analogy I like to do is, FPS equals muscles in this game. You kick a lot harder the more muscles you have, aka the more FPS you have. So I'm going to be bumping my FPS up. I can kick this very hard. Hopefully straight in. Yep, I can
Nice.
rewind it at far distance. That's the first time I've hit that in the past 3 days. It's been going really bad.
That was cool.
Yeah, so that's one of the cooler little kicks. And we'll just stay at high FPS, bless you guys' eyes for a little bit, instead of dropping it real low. Yeah, it saves, a little bit. And then a new cube is coming up, a new, very original idea as well. Bridges.
New puzzle element introduction.
But this time the bridges come from a cube, so it's unique. Unlike Portal, where they come from walls.
Bridge Cube Novice Badge has been added to your Entropy Badge collection.
And now we get a zero then, if you want to explain what that is going to do.
Yeah, so we're going to zero bug a bridge cube, which has an interesting quirk. Because it's stuck in its primary position as far as the game is concerned, the bridge will always be out as long as you let go of the object. So he's going to lower his FPS, which causes objects to flip in the air. And if he gets it, he's just going to flip, and then the bridge is just going to push him up. Normally, if the cube is tilted even slightly, it does not put out a bridge, but due to the zero bug, it will put out a bridge at any angle.
And now we have our friend again, and we're immediately gonna just leave the game. Leave the everything.
These are Entropy
We don't need to do
workouts.
any more
It's
puzzles.
staff members
We
and
have a
Entropy Center
cube that can break all of them. We just kick him all the way up so we can grab him. Way up there. And this is another little inconsistent one where there's going to be an elevator waiting for us outside of this area. That normally they aren't loaded, but they will be loaded here. Surely I don't get scammed. I didn't. Thank goodness. Oh, I looked down a little bit too early. That's fine. Nice. Okay. Yep, just elevator out in the void, because why not? And it actually is the very long section of escaping from a giant tube that's filling with water, like a little silo. But we don't have to worry about escaping from it because we will just, fly all the way out of the map. And then this one actually starts with a jump cube. And it actually has another little feature, little side job even. He works as a boat as well. So we got a lot of water, but we have a jump cube. So we're just gonna throw him in,
Sure you're okay with that, Astra?
Yes.
and then we're gonna jump on him, and we're just gonna ride him all the way across. As you can see, we're supposed to be going out that way. There's a museum over there. We don't like museums. They're boring. We're just gonna go out to the island instead.
So normally water kills you because apparently Arya can't swim, but jump cubes can swim, so...
Yes. Well, realistically, water doesn't kill you, though. The devs kill you. Because right now, I can just run through it just fine. But there is, little death triggers around because the dev is mean and doesn't let us have fun. But we'll just go past them with their friend. But, luckily, everything out here is collision, like we were talking about before. Instead of just a void of nothing, everything is just touchable and run-onable and, ignore that. That's supposed to look like that. I guess you want to explain these.
Scenery is not at all bugged. So we talked about how in some levels the end of the level is not loaded, which is the case here. But something that is always loaded in every level are the hallways between puzzles. So he's going to bring his jump cube out to a specific spot, and then do a soup jump up to the hallway. And there's a little bit of invisible land here, and he jumps inside the loading box. And now he can just rewind the cube back inside of this puzzle.
That's so cool.
We're getting shot at by evil people right now, but it's fine. We will ignore them. They're not too big of a deal. Here he is down there, bottom left. He's really cute. He might look like E, but he's not E, okay?
Oh yeah, we kind of missed that. Those guys are evil.
Yeah, you're supposed to be introduced that in the museum, but we skipped that. And you don't really have to drop your FPS to 30. It's kind of like placebo for me that it works better, that little bounce. So I do it, but you definitely don't need to. I'm just gonna up the FPS back up to save your guys' eyes real quick. And get into 8. This one starts with a big long cutscene, but we'll just watch it, I've been talking over a lot of them. We can watch this one. That's Earth, by the way. That's us. We're chilling. Like, ignore the fire and everything. We're fine. I promise.
Nothing bad is happening. We're just going through these puzzles for fun.
They're not the smartest of robots, but that's fine. That's good for us.
Why did everything go dark?
There was a group of them. You need to pay more attention.
No problem. Object
Also,
detection increased to
side note,
200%.
Covering her face covered the speaker, I guess. I don't see the speaker there. That's fine.
It's not a screen, it's her mouth.
Okay. True, it is her mouth. I'll take it closed.
No. That should get it.
There we go.
Okay, so Airhead just used lag abuse to go back through a door as it was closing. You couldn't really see it, but you should have heard the sound of the door closing. And due to lag abuse, the game still sees that the door is open, so he's just able to pass through. And as a failsafe, it just keeps the door open permanently. So then we deload the last level and we jump out into this water.
And once again, the water doesn't kill you, the dev does. And the dev didn't know we were going to be in this water, so he didn't make it kill us. Very nice of him.
A+ swimming animation.
Yep. I can hold my breath for a really long time. It's fine. And there we go. There's the hallway between puzzles that's always there. And luckily, there's a convenient little hill that gets us straight up to it. Surely I don't miss this trigger. I totally got it.
That should get it.
Totally got it. Yes, okay. If not, we have to watch that full cutscene again, and we don't want to do that. Actually, no. What would happen?
No, there's a...
Alright, I don't know
another
why
strat.
I'm doing this. That's fine. We don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. That's not consistent. It's not very nice to us. We're just gonna kick it.
Yeah, soup glides depend on the surface. They behave differently, and some of them just do not act nicely. So
This is one of
normally we
them.
only go for that in ILs, and Airhead just did that out of like habit, I guess.
Yeah, I was running this the other day, and I just not really focused. That actually worked perfectly. I cannot believe that
wasn't-
worked.
That
Okay.
was like faster than getting a good glide.
That wasn't supposed to happen, but it happened, and it was nice.
Hurry. We can't let that
well, that
reactor
didn't work.
become too unstable.
Also, new puzzle thing. You know, lasers. We like lasers. They're kind of, original idea. Because instead of redirecting from a cube, they just come out of a cube. So that's original. But sadly, we can't bring them with. Not that it really matters. But we have a nice, awesome cutscene. Again.
No.
I don't know why they hate us, to be honest. I still don't know why. They just don't like us. But, awesome little chase sequence is gonna happen.
Robots approaching your position. Recommendation.
Little side note, when I first played this game, I loved these guys so much, I made sure I didn't kill a single one. I did a complete pacifist playthrough. I wouldn't, blow any of them up. I would just go put them in a corner, go put them in timeouts or something mean. Knows it. It's not worth it. You don't get an achievement, you don't get anything. But, I just felt like doing it. They were
For the
just,
record, that is incredibly difficult because of one specific room and another act that I'll make sure to point out. But that is like not easy to do.
Maybe they just want to give you
like,
a big hug.
they don't know what they're doing. They're just programmed to do it, right? Like, it's fine. But yeah. White ones shoot balls, the red ones come and touch you, and then they kill you because they're electrified, I guess.
Oh, so you saw Airhead took a damage boost there to give momentum. I guess I'll explain the health mechanics in this game. The way it works is you just have 2 hits and then you die, but you regen after the first hit if you don't take damage for long enough. And you also have a bit of invincibility after a hit so that you don't just get hit by 2 objects at the same time. But as a result, we can just like damage boost all we want as long as we don't get hit multiple times in a row.
Alright, there's no button to respawn this guy, so we have to truck him into the fizzler. And we can bring him with. This is besides the very, very end, this is the only jump cube in this level. And, we kind of need him to do fun things, like going oob right here. Once again, this is going to be a perfect height to make it up, just barely, because the dev knew about this for sure, and he just programmed everything to do it that way. So once again, we're gonna turn on our muscles and we're gonna kick this bridge cube where we need him to go. Let's do that much. Good enough.
Oh, that
Nice.
is perfect.
Way better than normal. Alright. Now we gotta zero him because we need to get up there. It's really
So a little explanation of zero bug bridge cubes. They don't extend infinitely, or else we could just point this towards the end of the level. So he's having it hit a hill in the background, and then tilt up, and if it hits nothing else, then it will just keep its length from when it hit the hill. And now we can go up to this hallway with a jump cube.
Okay, so we want this guy really bad. Alright, I won't mess this up. I won't mess this up. Thank goodness.
Okay. That's not hard, but
I've messed it up
it
before.
does. Both of us have messed it up like multiple times, and you lose time.
Yeah, we don't.
Because we're smuggling objects, we just lose them if we try to continue the game, so...
Yeah, and like I said, this is, besides the very, very end, there's not another jump cube. So we would be, you know, in not a good place without this guy. Because you'll see, he'll get us to the end of the level after this room. Any chance we can go, we basically do it. Because...
And I guess we haven't really explained it, but by the way, he is doing glide hops where he's just jumping and beginning small glides and preserving some of that speed with bunny hops.
Yes. They're not cool bunny hops like in Portal 2, but they're bunny hops in a way. I actually came from Portal 2. This game looked so much like Portal, I knew I wanted to play it, and it was actually a good speed game. So now this is what I do instead of Portal 2, because I'd say I'm better at it because I don't have to do real bunny hops. That's another... What the heck? You can't really see where the jump cube is here because I have a tall cube. We'll get into what he does in a second. But you might be able to tell by his name. He's a tall cube. He works a little bit differently. He doesn't have an actual rewind path. I can't bring him back to his old position. But when I do rewind him, he gets tall. It's pretty convenient. And we'll just abandon our child and run straight to the end of the level. Because we loaded it in. Also, there we go. We got a little bridge cube out there.
Yeah, the reason we solved that puzzle was to load in this final area with the end of level trigger.
Yep, and right there we hit it. Started fading out. And now we're in Act 10.
You saw him walk towards the hallway and then just turn around immediately. That's what he was doing.
Very similar to Act 3, when I loaded at the end there. So this level, it used to be my favorite. Probably my least favorite now. It's very jank. Not good. But, you know, it's fine. Jank is good sometimes. We'll just walk around. You're supposed to be able to jump on that, but it's mean. And this jump will totally work, and I won't mess it up.
The month holds much weight right now, but thanks.
Of course.
Oh.
Of course.
There's a checkpoint right there. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
Oh.
No, it's fine. This
can
is
do
the
it.
one time. Oh my goodness.
Oh, God.
This next one's it. I feel it.
Alright, so we just got here. It's a cheeky little jump. Yep.
Nice.
Wow.
First try.
First
Good job.
try.
That was impressive.
Thanks. No, I was actually manipulating the conveyor belts. Because there's trash that spawns there. But like I saw that it was bad. So I had to just restart.
That's exactly what happened.
Well, you did not mean to jump there. Alright, so here, another little leg through the door thing. Open it up, and we're right through. Normally, you know, there's a puzzle there for us to do, grab a cube, but we don't need it. We got ourselves.
New puzzle element introduction. Conveyors. Use conveyors to transport goods in a linear...
So your jump cubes work the same as your normal cubes, not like the bridge guys. So, we're just gonna make it so we can teleport right back to the button as fast as possible. You know, there he is. You know, why are you leaving him behind, right? Like, oh no, you need him. But we actually don't need him because this next room has one. And we can bring this one through the rest of the level.
Note, conveyors can be used to increase
And this will
speed
also
if people
totally
run
work.
in the same direction
And
as
not
travel.
be mean to me. Once again, turn on our muscles. We're gonna be kicking this guy very hard against this wall. Hopefully. Yep. And we just grab him.
Nice little midair to get up across the gap, and he rewinds it back to the position.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
And since he's reset, I can bring him through. This one's not reset. I can't bring that one through. And also, a little fact, you cannot do soup jumps on high FPS. It does not let you. Or you can, it's just extremely rare to get them. So, we gotta drop our FPS back down. And now we have him, so we can break all these levels like we have been. We're just gonna... Also, a lot of ledges like that are just perfect height for us to jump and be able to grab it again. And sadly, this is where we're going to leave him. He's going to live in 1004 for the rest of his life. But, you know, we gave him a good one. Besides, when we kicked him against a wall, it's really hard. But, like, he's durable. He's got it. This level is pretty cool. There's no glitches in this level. I can assure you there's none. And there we go.
Yeah, there's just some rocks you can put the bridge cube on, and it just works.
He didn't really test the puzzles very well. That's a long one because you have to wait for conveyor belts to do their thing, and they aren't fast. So we'll just use the collision on the edge of the map and be on our way. And honestly, a pretty good 10. Besides the fact I got that jump first try. Besides that, you know, it was pretty well.
Yeah, if you didn't get it first try, that would have been good.
Yeah. If I didn't get it first try, it would have been better, but naturally. Also, a different friend is coming back right now. You guys will love this.
Staff quarters. We need to
Oh my
find
god,
a way
there
to
he
the top
is.
floor.
He's so beautiful.
It's
Hello
E.
again.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, it's
I
E.
see a familiar face.
He's
Can
really...
you shoot him for me?
Have the same face.
There
Wow.
there you go.
We're trying to get to the
I had
top.
faith in you.
I won't shoot him. He's so nice. Look what he's gonna do for us. He lets us continue.
Thanks, E.
Thank you,
Yeah.
fellow friendly robot. Note,
I suppose I'll
new
explain
route
what's
to reach
guys
the floor.
going on in the actual game right now. We're just on our way to the reactor because it is blowing up and we need to stop it. That's the whole point of what we're doing. And we're also getting entropy energy by doing the puzzles.
We've done a lot.
That's why we're
Ow. What was
running
that?
through them and not just, you know, walking straight to the ending.
Small static charge.
Yeah, so the premise of the game is that you're in a facility which basically rewinds the Earth whenever a catastrophic event happens, and apparently solving puzzles is how you get that energy. So
Yeah, your brain hurts and it makes energy that rewinds things. So we'll just be making our brain hurt a lot. Well, my brain is doing fine. I'm sure your guys is not so swell right now. Okay, that's fine. I'll get bounced into the ground instead.
To restore it to its initial state.
Got it.
Yeah, that's a transformer back there. We didn't need to use it, but we will use one here.
But for extra safety, please don't stand near the transformer for
Because they
extended
turn the
periods of time.
cubes into jump
Okay.
cubes. How
If
nice.
I start feeling
yeah, that's what we care about. You see the little blue sparkles? That means you can turn it into a jump cube, and that means it's a good puzzle.
Yep, because it made the jump cube. We'll be using those in kind of a crazy way later, but
Would you like to play some ping pong?
right now,
you don't have any arms.
they just turn us
Have any arms?
some jump cubes. You know, they just get us those, and that's it.
That's deeply unsettling.
It'll just, you know, break every level. Don't even bother looking what's around here. You can find out in your casual playthrough. Actually, I'll rewind it there. Of what's going on. Yeah, we'll just keep jumping to the end of our levels the quick way. Sadly, we had to make him a laser cube. We had to do it. There's no other way to get through.
Oh, could you?
I know he goes from the awesome jump cube to the super lame laser cube, but it's fine because look, we have a little blue sparkles going on. We get a jump cube again, but we have to leave him again, sadly.
Oh,
yeah, I just saw
could
him
you?
do Lagabeast there. Normally, the purple transformer would be turning it into a bridge cube. You can actually just go around, but that's slower, so we go through it anyways.
But awesome, more physics going on here. Hopefully. Just gotta rewind him onto the thing. There we go. So once again, we can skip a puzzle with physics because, you know, there's no failsafe for that. So we'll just break it. And a new cube is gonna come next level. Also a fun one, but not as fun as the drum cube. There he is. The explosive cube. You'll never guess what he does.
These are explosive
We haven't quite figured it out yet, but we're
Whoa! Did it explode?
It might have. It might have exploded. We haven't, like we said, we haven't figured it out. We know they tear the walls down, so that's what we need them for. Eat.
I guess the teardown cube.
Yes, the teardown cube. Also a good game. You guys should go play that one.
True.
Very good game. So here, there's no roof on this. We're just gonna jump around it.
Multiple entropy bots in the vicinity. Stay on high alert.
Because everyone knows elevators aren't fast. But falling at terminal velocity is.
Permission to launch these cubes at these guys?
And then there we go, another damage boost.
Fun to condone violence,
Just, you know,
but permission granted.
let's get past these guys. Oh yeah, this is actually way more than should I be the normal. I'm so sorry, guys.
That part's a bit scary. If you let them blow up the wall, it sometimes just kills you because you get crushed if you're not careful.
That's a friend that'll help us in later right there. Little new puzzle mechanic.
New puzzle element introduction.
It's a fan.
Entropy fans.
Can you guess what it does?
Wind vector away from its origin.
Blows things, probably.
Pull objects towards them instead. Additional note, entropy fans can be used.
Another little physics thing.
Sounds fun.
We don't need to do the puzzle.
Body weight.
It's fine.
You are of an acceptable body weight to complete this
Alright,
puzzle.
this is one of the cooler chambers in the whole run. Normally you gotta do some super long rewinding stuff to get the cube all the way up, use all the fans, you know, but we're just going to, thank goodness,
Nice.
thank goodness, jump right past it.
That's a bit harder than well, actually, it looks pretty hard, but it's scary. It's a scary jump.
It's easy if you're not worried, and I was worried, so it wasn't easy. Here's the room, by the way. That is very hard to do pacifist.
Yeah, those robots just like kill themselves. So if you want to like protect them, you have to do some really weird kiting.
But I went through the pain. I was in that room for probably like 20 minutes trying to save them all, but it was worth it.
Recommendation, hurry.
It was worth
The
it.
manual reset doesn't work.
No worries, friend. I have the Entropy Essential Maintenance 101 handbook installed on my system.
Fun fact, we actually do a very similar strat in the minimum rewinds category for this level, which is actually like almost as long as the 90% time for this one level. But you can do the whole thing without any rewinds.
Open, please. Thank you.
Oh god, we're
Yeah,
gonna die.
physics are a little random. Just like, you know, real life physics don't work all the time, right?
Alone.
Like sometimes you just start going up when you're going down the stairs. You don't know what happened.
Yeah, that happens to me.
You have proven
Me
yourself
too.
very capable. Once you rewind
Another
Earth,
little zero
you
cube
could
here,
safely return home,
because,
so desired.
I hope so.
you know, it's faster when cubes teleport instead of follow a
I'm not sure
rewind
what my
path.
purpose is if there are no puzzles to operate and manage.
You see that he
Yes.
drops it down below? That's because when you do the zero bug, it just teleports between the beginning and the end. So if he doesn't do that, it just flies straight into the
I
fizzler.
think I would like that.
And if it goes into the fizzler, then, you know, we lose the cube. We don't want that. We don't want to kill our
It's not
cubes.
really teleporting, it's just moving very quickly.
Yeah. Oh no. The core. We have to save it. This is my favorite trick in the whole game, or at least skip.
Reactor course
Maybe not
5,
trick,
direct
but
movement to reactor
we need to get
control
over there and stop that. And stop it quickly. But, you know, normally you'd be running all the way through here to get over there. All the way around. Please be nice. Thank you. But we're just going to be going backwards because we have a jump cube now. And everyone knows what we do with these guys.
So, a bit of an explanation of what he's going to be doing here. So, normally you'd go all the way to that reactor and you'd have about a minute-long cutscene where you're reacting, or where you're rewinding the reactor, and it blows up anyways, and then the level just ends during a cutscene. But the way this game ends levels if there's a cutscene is it makes your screen go black or white sometimes, and then teleports you into a trigger. So you can just glide over here, and on top of this reactor,
There's a
the trigger is
right
just
there.
right there.
Nice.
We'll just load in. And there we go. We don't gotta do any cutscenes. We don't gotta rewind anything. We'll just jump straight to the end. But what we missed in that cutscene, we lose Astra. We get blown up. The reactor blows up anyways, and now we're alone. And we don't have the one thing that makes this game good, which is the gun. Because we can't rewind anything. We can't really do any crazy things. So now we just have to walk. It's going to be a lot of walking. This is the longest act in the whole game. Because we can't really
So
do
the
anything.
theory is that the reactor detected that it is blowing up, so now it is continuously rewinding itself. So this whole level is based around cycles, which are not fun, but we
loves
have
those.
some really cool skips here.
Most important cycle skip, in my opinion, is this one. It's not super crazy to get. If you get that jump on the railing, it's pretty consistent. Also, boom, E, there he is. Mwah. We love him, but he's not gonna be helping us with anything because we're just gonna run past. Normally he's like running all around through here, helping us out, but sadly we don't need him because we just have our feet and Oob.
Nice.
Because this is Oob, by the way. It doesn't look like, well, this isn't, but back there was, because if you're bad at timing things, you'll fall down here, and then you gotta use this anyways. So we'll just use it to our advantage and get back up. This skip is pretty good, pretty fun. Try to get it, hopefully. There we go. So we get a skip going through a bunch of cycle nonsense, because the conveyor belts are going the wrong way, if you can tell down there. And, we have to wait for, 13 seconds a cycle, something like that. We don't want to do that, so we'll just run past everything. But when you do this, there's a little side effect that Chipmunk knows all too well what goes on in this room. Hopefully we won't find out, but
So the hallway isn't loaded, so he's instead going to be jumping directly to that checkpoint. It looks like you got it.
yes.
It may be possible that I've lost a world record run to that just normal jump.
Oof.
Nah, that's fine. Because if you miss that, you're back to the beginning of the level. That's like 2 minutes of walking that you have to do again.
What you're saying.
All the way back to
Yeah,
the
normally
first
there'd be
cutscene.
a checkpoint, but we skip it with that when we went out of bounds at the top there. So
Speaking of out of bounds,
there is no checkpoint.
Here we go. Some more out of bounds. We'll just be using some nice collision to just.
Yeah, we talked
get
about
more
this
stuff.
earlier. Even those wires have collision. There's so much collision in this game.
And luckily it skips like 3 cycles there. So it's like 30 seconds. And it looks a lot cooler than just waiting. Which we'll see very shortly. Of just waiting.
I'm curious because you said that there's big mistakes will cost you 1 to 2 minutes each. How optimized is the world record run? Is it like no
Not.
big mistakes? Not okay.
It's not very.
optimized, sadly. I've been
So
meaning to get to it. I've been meaning to optimize this, but been, like I said, busy playing RuneScape, sadly.
Gotcha.
And
It's
CS2.
currently a 109. A really good run would probably be around like a 105, like maybe
Oh, wow.
a mid 105. It's just really hard. Like, I went for a YOLO strat because I made a ton of stupid mistakes early on, and it just like magically brought me ahead. And I still lost like 40 seconds in the last level due to a jank thing where my jump cube went inside of a robot and flew away. That just happens.
Right there, reset the level because cycles are annoying. Please. Oh, that's not good.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah.
We'll just main menu. We can't really do anything. There's a forced hit right there I was about to take. And oh my goodness, these guys are not being nice right now. It's fine. Oh wait, they are being nice.
There
They
we
didn't
go.
see me. Alright, there we go. That's fine. I come back to
So
this.
yeah, the reason he quits out there is to get a really good cycle on that fan.
It lines up
And we
perfectly.
we just take the hit from those robots. Otherwise, you have to wait another cycle.
Also damage boosting. So that's what we're gonna use this guy for. But right now it's just cycles and waiting. That was a little bit too close actually, but it's it wasn't close at all. It was timed perfectly. Now we just have to wait. Except for this last one because it's not lined up correctly. Should go right past it.
Nice.
But And now, it's a long hallway here, but we'll just damage boost it. And just a warning, you guys aren't going to be going crazy here. You didn't forget to take your meds or anything. This is like actual game. Okay. It might look like you're going crazy, but you aren't. We're just going to be going through this room. And we're going to be going through...
So small tech there.
This room. Just...
So small tech. Okay, sorry. Small tech. He is exiting out of the computer as soon as he can, and he's actually still able to control it while the animation is playing. So he's quitting out immediately and then scrolling down and pressing open door.
Yeah. And right now, this is a giant lore dump. If that's the whole point of this section. There's tons of lore, but we won't be reading it, so we won't be knowing what's happening. But there's going to be ghosts. They're supposed to be here.
Yeah, a bit of a spook warning. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, there's ghosts around. I'm not sure which room they come in. Maybe it's this one? I don't know. No, not this one. I haven't counted how many rooms there are. I have no idea. I just run through it till I'm done. Oh, there we go. There's a ghost. These are actually us. Those are us. We're the ghosts. Big spoiler there. Also,
Bruce Willis the whole time? What?
So at some point we fell asleep. We have no idea when we fell asleep here. This is a dream right now, as you can tell. The things are telling us to wake up on the walls, but if you guys could tell us where we fell asleep, please let us know, because I have no idea.
There's a bit of a conspiracy theory behind it, and we'll show why, but there's something that's a little confusing about it in this next section.
After this awesome cutscene. Yeah, we have to... This is basically... The whole story of the game is right in front of me there.
Find Astra, solve puzzles, fix reactor, rewind Earth, wake up.
And then we just do it all over again. But... We don't know that. This is, Oh no. It's fine. It's fine. Very big skip. I must get on these. GG.
No!
It's fine. It's not a big skip.
Biggest skip in the game.
It's not. It's just fun. It's just fun to go oob. But it's fine. No matter
Those
what.
computers start rising, and if you get on them, you can just jump out.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. It's just for fun. Because otherwise you just stand here and read things, I guess. Or watch TV with this guy. California's not looking good.
It sort of reminds me of the end of Ghostwire Tokyo, how you play through the game with relatively little lore kind of thrown at you, and then they just dump it completely on you. Literally, it's just a walking sim for an entire chapter of you walk through a hallway, you go through a door, you go down another hallway, and it's just story happens around you the whole time. And it's like, oh, that's exactly what's happening here.
Astra?
Yeah, pretty much. Nothing happening. I mean, there is little computers throughout the whole game that have lore on them, but we don't stop to read them, and they're out of the way, so... Also...
Oh no, Astra!
Ash is about to die. We gotta save her before she goes
It's gonna
into
move
the fire.
any minute, guys.
Okay.
It's gonna move very
I can
quickly.
do
We
this.
have no time to get
Dangerous,
there.
So stay here.
All right.
Okay?
So here is how. So how did we get in this room? Right, we just woke up, right, from the dream that we were in.
That works too.
Okay.
Yeah, so clearly we went through a door and passed out.
Oh.
What?
How to get in the
Where's
room?
the door?
There's no hole in the ceiling. No door.
So the conspiracy theory is that the entire rest of this level is the dream. Everything before now, which doesn't make sense because in the beginning we wake up before the reactor. So there might be a little bit of teleportation going on. I think that's canonical.
Yeah, we just teleport
That's
around.
my theory.
Right there, I did a little skip to run past a trigger that spawns robots because they're mean, as you can see. I hit me anyways. That's fine. Oh no!
You got that.
Oh,
I'm
no.
dead. It's fine. There's a checkpoint there, and we have to quit out anyways. So, actually works out pretty well. I cannot believe
Ooh,
that.
nice.
That was really late.
Yeah, those are early. It's fine.
He did that because normally there's a trigger that spawns a bunch of robots in this part, and it just makes things awful otherwise.
Yeah, these guys are cool because they're, they launch us. They're kind of like jump cubes, but like really bad. So we'll just take
And
them
they're
with.
one-time use.
Yes, one-time use jump cubes. We're gonna bring them with.
They're ouchie jump cubes.
So there's Astra. We're gonna save her. Just kidding. We're not gonna touch her. She makes us sit through a cutscene. We're just gonna bounce ourselves right up top.
Nice.
So yeah, it's like a minute-long cutscene. I think if you pick up Astra there. So obviously we don't want to do that. We have our baby jump cubes.
Normally E would blow up that platform and then you just rewind it, but explosive cubes can too, apparently.
Yeah.
That's just like, that was left in the game.
Sadly, we missed E, but that's fine. Wait, do we even see E ever again?
Down there.
I don't think so, actually.
Oh no.
Well, we will in 16, in the epilogue.
Please, thank you. That's not tight at all. I've definitely never messed that up. Okay, whatever. Now we gotta go grab the jump cube because, you know, they're pretty quick. Especially when this is like the, you know, prize little area that he's in. Because otherwise we're walking down this whole thing, but we don't have to walk. We got the jump cube. We can just glide hop all the way. This saves like just, you know, a lot of boring walking, which is very nice. And has a little skip coming up too.
These glide hops are so cool. Like, it's such a cool little piece of tech.
Yeah, they didn't exist until I showed up. Because people didn't want to bind jump to scroll wheel, but I did because I came from Portal. And obviously you bunny hop in there, and I wanted to go fast. So now we have those. Little soup jump to skip, just walking back there. You know, luckily for us, almost, or maybe every level, except the very last one, there's a jump cube. So we don't have to bring any of these guys with. We can just use them in every room, which is extremely convenient. Earth's looking good. That's Earth, I swear. That's not the sun, that is Earth. And, you know, I think no jump cube, but we have the Transformer, and he makes them for us.
I would like to inform you that your chance of survival.
Yes. More cubes, more jump cubes. It's just so awesome. Just so much better than the beginning of the game. No walking.
Yeah. So we're on the last couple levels, and it really picks up at this point.
Just a bunch of oob, a bunch of jump cubes, and a bunch of weird tech. Which there's some new tech next level. That's pretty awesome. So you guys better keep watching because it's pretty cool. I swear.
Incredibly exciting.
Really riveting
Thrilling.
content.
I feel like you're being sarcastic somehow.
It's cool, but it's
Surely
definitely not
not.
riveting. Okay. Don't shoot me again. Oh, you little.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. That's fine.
You might have been okay. If
I
you
don't-
get to the top, the blast can just hit you into the checkpoint while you're dead, but
That's true.
better to
but
be safe.
I don't think I'd make it to the top. All right, look at this. Another jump cube. Another oob. Might as well call it the jump oob instead of coob. You know, it's fine.
A jump tube.
We go jump coob. We're gonna oob with them. And oh no, nothing's loaded, but that's fine. We got some tricks to load things. There's a little trigger right in that corner, and it just loads everything up.
These rocks are above the hallway where you'd normally be, so it just barely pokes out right there.
And also another perfect height thing.
Very nice.
So very convenient, so we can just get past everything with our friend, the jump cube. And also, if you notice, we didn't reset this cube. It's because we actually never hit the area that will deload him. So we didn't have to. Now we're just going to use him to break puzzles. It's probably fine. And this next room is very important that we have him. We really need him for the next one. Which there's a giant open area.
Yeah, launch pads give you a lot of height and therefore a lot of speed with funneling.
That was crazy.
So we skip a very long launch pad section, just bouncing around, as we can just launch ourselves straight to the ending of it. So that's why
You'll get to see that one more time. It's very cool.
Yes. Hopefully one more time, unless things go
Hopefully, yeah.
catastrophically wrong, like the game crashing or something. But, you know, that won't happen. Here, another side effect of having big muscles is cubes don't move around a lot. That really doesn't, correlate at all, but at high FPS, cubes don't like moving. So that was almost catastrophic.
Metaphor falls apart a bit, but we're gonna keep using it and pretend it works.
Yep. So, the unsung hero, Tall Cube, he's back.
Yeah. Remember these guys? Probably not.
We should hurry.
But he's actually very useful.
Good happens if that
So we're gonna bring him with us.
Refer back to the egg I mentioned
Nice.
previously.
Ah, yes.
There we go.
Got it.
Now he's coming with, because he's gonna solve this next puzzle for us.
So tall cubes you can only grab from the bottom, so we can only rewind them a bit and still grab them. But by tilting it against the wall, we can get a bit of extra height and we can just barely make it up.
The entropy device is
Very
almost
cool.
charged.
And now we can smuggle the tall cube,
A few more puzzle areas
which happens to be
and it should
very helpful
Good
right
to
here.
hear, because
Boop,
my brain
and there we go.
hurts.
Nice.
Who needs to do puzzles? We can just jump
Entropy device
past.
almost charged.
I'll just do 60.
Very close.
Alright, so here's the awesome new tech. I swear it's
The
cool.
Entropy Centre automatically sends
Chipmunk, you
catapults
can
data
have
to
fun.
Earth once it has been rewound, allowing us to
Okay.
realign
Actually, I
structure
forgot
to
about
more
this. I was thinking about the
positive
tall cube. Either way, so this is going to be a cool trick called duplication. So he puts it up against a wall, and he's going to freeze it, and then have it tilt, and then he puts it inside the post. If he grabs it while it's inside the post, it will temporarily
Whoa.
hit both transformers at the same time and duplicate the cubes. It'll give you one of both that it touches. So,
That was cool.
yeah, we can just make as many cubes as we want.
And luckily for us, it can make jump cubes, like always. So we're gonna be bringing it with. And anything you duplicate is not tied to the room anymore, so we can just bring it with for free. We'll just keep bringing them through.
To be clear, it's not just duplicating, it's using a transformer at all. It's a bit of an oversight, but as long as you transform an object, you can smuggle it all you want.
Yeah, they actually patched that out. If you played the game right now and tried to do that, you cannot do it. We're on an older version of the game that it still has it,
Once this is complete,
because when the level editor came out, it was actually too easy to duplicate things, so he removed it.
Like, you could do it by accident, because you could have the transformers intersect with each other.
No. That's the last time we'll be doing it. This is technically the last puzzle of the game. And now we have a super fun long bridge section that used to be really fun until we started bringing this guy with.
Entropy Centre moves
Because before you'd just be walking down the entire thing with a bridge cube in your hands. But now we can bring him.
We did it.
And obviously glide hopping makes this a little bit quicker.
the end of this bridge.
We do have to fight some robots, but that's fine.
So there are a ton of triggers for things collapsing, spawning robots. Normally we'd be doing some insane strats that let you go over these triggers, but it's like very scary, so he's just going to be doing safe strats. If you lose this cube, it's like so many minutes.
Yeah,
Lost.
and the game becomes not fun anymore if you lose the cube. So we want to not lose him. So we'll skip another trigger here. It spawns some robots. And then we'll just be waiting for this guy.
I gotta say, saying the game becomes not fun anymore doesn't really sell it so much as a casual playthrough.
Okay, it's not fun to speed run anymore. The game's still pretty fun. It's got some nice story to it.
Airhead, you're losing them.
No, play it. It's good. It's a good game. Oh, that was actually really good. Don't hurt me. I'll wait. I will wait.
Yeah, you should maybe just kill them.
No.
Or, okay.
And there, we just use the little glide thing
Nice.
again. skips past a little cutscene because we're too fast for it to activate.
We're here.
Normally it stops
Apologies,
you.
there's actually one more instance of that launch pad glide. I forgot about that one. It's so minor. I don't think about it.
Yeah, but that was actually really important because it's a long cutscene. Actually, he would have shown up there, but we skipped him again, sadly. He saves the day one last time, but we say, sorry, we don't need you. We're too quick.
So here we're at the observation deck. We're gonna try to activate the entry device, rewind the Earth. Normally we'd go inside and activate a lever, which has a very long cutscene associated with it, but we go over instead, and that has one more effect of making some of the things around the entry device not spin, which makes this next trick a bit more consistent.
Yeah, I've definitely never lost a run to hitting it, but going the other way.
Nah.
What the heck?
Oh no, just hold. That should be fine. Yeah, you're good. Nice. So normally we would have gotten a launchpad glide, but the important thing is he went past a trigger that would cause this thing to start tilting up, which would lose a lot of time. So not a big deal, as long as he didn't have that happen.
Yeah, if that happened, we would have been really sad because we would actually have been forced to walk there.
Directive.
But here,
Rewind the
this is
entry
another
device.
case of rewinding something into a cutscene, and then we get teleported to a trigger. But luckily for us, that trigger is reachable because there's collision here for some reason. Why not, right? We just line up just to the side of this X. We just walk off. And then
Nice.
we get it, and we're in the last level. That was. Oh, thank goodness. That would have been so bad. Because you gotta go all the way back to the beginning of the bridge, you just gotta walk. And you gotta eat the cutscene, it's just not good. But, you know.
That is very terrifying to mess up in a marathon setting. It's just a run over normally if you miss any of those tricks.
But this is the last level, the most intense level, most tech in the game here.
Very prestigious.
Very prestigious comp gold to have, which I have by like half a second. It's no big deal. I'm just really, really fast at walking in a straight line.
He does actually have a better gold than me on this by like 35 hundredths of a second, and it's actually kind of ridiculous. I'm a little miffed about it.
It's literally just a straight line. And there's definitely more time to save for sure. I'm not that crazy. But there it is, there's Earth. We blew up the cutscene that we skipped, we blow up, you rewind everything. And actually everything, like literally everything. We rewind ourselves, we rewind Earth, rewind the facility, just absolutely everything. So now I'm in a little box. I'm just gonna be floating to the end. Time is at the end of this box because we can still move. We're not at the credits yet, but you know, it's just a little awesome cutscene to show us that the Earth is totally fine, right? The ice isn't melted.
I'm reminded of a song called "Icy Fire" by Ed Sheeran.
I don't see
Oh,
anything.
I love Ed Sheeran. Great.
I mean, the ice caps are still there, right?
Yeah.
Like, it can't be that bad. Oh.
Oh boy.
We might have done this a few times.
Maybe. Aria's the real speedrunner. She's done this so many times.
I can't even tell how many times she's done it all the way over there. But, you know. It's okay. We gotta try again. We can save it next time. I'm sure.
So we'll be doing another run of this. We'll be going for the good ending. Unfortunately, we got the bad ending.
Unfortunately, the Earth blew up. But luckily for us, just to our right is a new Earth. Just brand new. Ready? Here it is. Any second now. There he is. New Zealand, you know. We gotta save these guys. This time. Maybe not those times, but this time.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
We don't even need that one. We got it this time.
Definitely.
Yeah, this is basically just ties back completely to the beginning of the game where we were dreaming, you know, just walk in to wake up. And here we are. We're just, you know, dreaming right now, and it's telling us to wake up. If you look at all these, we're rewinding back to the beginning.
I just want to comment on the fact that Arya is terrible at drawing smiley faces. Like, what is that?
It's fine. She's just going a little crazy, but it's fine.
It's Face from Nick Jr. If you're old enough to remember that.
Yeah, here you go. See, in the little video, we're going back to bed, and we're just going to be passing out here. So time is
So it's
probably
gonna
in like
fade to black.
10
Yeah.
seconds, right when the cutscene pop or the credits pop up is time. So, any second? Any second? There you go. There it is, time.
Time.
Jeez.
Nice.
Not
That's a
bad.
good run.
Honestly, not bad. Pretty happy with that one.
That's
Oh,
good.
thank you guys. Thanks everyone for watching our little game. No one plays it. Please come and play it. Please
We'd
come
love some more
speedrun
runners.
the game.
If some of these glitches looked a little dangerous for you, we also have NMG, which is much more focused on optimization. So
It's also
come check it
lame.
out.
It's very lame. So don't play energy. play 80%, please. We need to optimize the record. It's still beatable. You already lost 50 seconds on the final bridge. It's beatable.
And
Yeah.
Airhead, where can people find you if they want to check you out?
Well, Airbaby TV on Twitch. I will maybe be running this on there. I gotta get record back, you know. Airhead on YouTube. I got all of my IL records on there, which I always have all of them. So you should definitely go look at them, especially Act 4. Please look at Act 4. It's so cool. It is so cool. Yeah, pretty much just there.
Alrighty. Well, thank you both for being here and showcasing this run. I was so excited to show this because it's such a cool game, and I was like so excited to get to put this in the lineup. So thank you both for being here and for showing it off.
Yes, thank you for having us. I definitely wanted the people
Yeah,
to see
thanks.
this game because, like I said, no one knows about it, but it's very cool.
Yeah,
So thank you.
a little hidden gem for everyone.